This is a demo of our method of manufacturing update utility. What this program does is it allows you to take and search for any jobs for a given part that are currently open and don't have any labor associated with them, and if they have, and basically apply an updated method of manufacturing to them. So I've got a few different jobs set up on here as an example. Job number 2390 here. You can see that I've got 4 different operations on it right now, and I've got 4 different materials. And I set up 2 other jobs, 2506 here for the same part. This one I didn't put any operations or materials on. And 2507, I created just a single operation on it. So a few different configurations, but they're all building the exact same part number. So if we look at our engineering workbench now, this is for that part. Let's say I want to make a few changes here. Maybe I want to change a resource here to something else. And maybe I want to add an operation. And maybe I'll add a material also. And really, there's no restriction to how you change this. Pretty much just use engineering workbench however you want to do it. We can associate this with an operation or not. We can make them backflashed. It really doesn't make a big difference. When you're all set, I do need to tell the point of the parent. And then analysis code. So when I save it and I approve my MCN, and then I check it in, now I'll have a new method of manufacturing out there where I've got these jobs floating out there that aren't yet in sync with this. So that's where the method of manufacturing update utility screen comes in. Now when this first would load up, let's go load it up from scratch here. You'll see a blank screen here, and the first thing you do is you click the part/rev button, and this brings up a standard part search dialog. So you know that you made a change to 4600, so you'd select that part in rev. Then you come in here and hit search. Now remember I had 3 different jobs I was talking about earlier, 2390, 2506, and 2507. And 2507 isn't listed on here. And the reason is, in MES, I'm clocked onto that job. So essentially the second you've clocked onto a job, you can't make changes to it anymore. We're only allowing currently for the replacement of the structure if you've not done anything to it yet. So otherwise there's a whole lot of implications to making changes to something you've already started clocking time against. But for the other 2 that are here, I can go ahead and you can manipulate the individual checkboxes here. We have buttons to either remove the checkboxes or hit all the checkboxes. But when you're happy with your selection, you may have lots and lots of jobs here. You'll just come and hit the process button. And what's essentially going on right now is it's stripping off all of the operations and materials off of these jobs and then rebuilding them from the method of manufacturing that we just updated. So it's literally doing a get details on each one of those. So if I was to come back in now, and let's look at that 2390 again, you can see that my operation had changed here, my new operation, and my additional materials got added. It's a little bit more apparent on the 2506. Previously I didn't have any operations or details or materials. Now I've got all of them. And 2507. You'll be able to see has remained untouched because we weren't allowed to update that because we'll begin clocking time against it. So that's all the utility does. It'll implement any of the fields from engineering workbench because it literally is clearing everything off the job and doing a get details. So it would be just like if you were doing this by hand, but just a heck of a lot more efficient if you had a bunch of jobs.